In this video, I'm going to show you 2 super easy techniques to make your shirts fit better. This technique is going to be used for primarily shirts with no stretch. The goal is to nip in the shirt at the waist to make it a little more flattering without having to add a zipper. For this project, you're going to need fabric, string, or ribbon, scissors, thread, a sewing machine needle or something else with a blunt edge, elastic, and your shirt. For the first technique, we're going to use our piece of elastic. This is where you choose how much elastic you want to use and how much you want to be cinching your shirt. The less elastic, the more cinched your shirt is going to be. So we're going to flip our shirt inside out and put pins where we'd like to be placing our elastic. Using a measuring tape for this step can help you get a more even placement. Then using a zigzag stitch, we're going to sew the piece of elastic onto the inside of the garment, making sure to tug the elastic as you sew. So as you can see here, we now have the elastic placed on the inside of the shirt to help create a cinched effect. Now moving on to the second technique. For this you can use ribbon, string, or fabric to create your straps. In this example, I'm going to show you how to make your straps out of fabric. I'm going to fold the fabric over once and then do a straight stitch with my machine. Make sure you're placing your fabric right sides together when folding it over. I folded my fabric over about 1 centimeter, but you can play with this width depending on how thick you want your straps. Once you're done sewing that stitch, it's important that you leave the excess thread and don't cut it. We can now trim away the excess fabric, just leaving our strap piece. We're now going to use that excess thread and thread it through our sewing machine needle, and then tie a couple little knots to make sure it's secure. Then we're going to take the blunt end of the needle and thread it through the tube that we just created to flip that strap right side out. This process can be a little time consuming and finicky, but just take your time until you've flipped the whole piece right side out. Once it's all flipped, you can then cut your piece in half and tie a little knot at one end of each of the straps. The length of the strap is up to you and something you can just play around with. We're now ready to attach these straps onto our shirt. I'm going to place them right where the waist is smallest, and that's exactly where I placed my elastic on the first technique. As you can see, placing them here creates a nice cinched look for the fit of the shirt. You can then double check with your measuring tape to make sure that the 2 sides are even. The reason you need the elastic, or the straps in this case, to create the cinched look is because the lack of stretch in the fabric would make it so you couldn't take the shirt off if you were to tighten it that drastically at the waist. Now on the right side of the shirt, you're going to sew on those 2 straps that we just pinned. And as you can see, these straps could have been made out of ribbon, string, or any type of fabric that you like. And you're all done. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please subscribe.